In programming, methods and functions play a key role in simplifying code by offloading repetitive tasks. In the Snap environment, the concept of methods and functions is implemented by building your own custom blocks. They making the code more organized and easier to read. Methods and functions also allow code to be reused in other programs and projects. This approach not only increases the power of a programming language over time, but also ensures that even complex programs remain structured. Let's start with a simple example: drawing polygons. In Snap, an object can act like a pen, leaving a trail as it moves. All the drawing commands are in the green palette. If you want to use the object as a pencil, use the pen down command. Pen up ends the drawing mode. The clear command removes all drawings. As first example, we draw a square. If we want to draw squares frequently without rewriting the code each time, we can create a custom block for this purpose. To do this, create a new block, name it Draw Square, for example, and decide which color palette you want it to appear in. Let's take green for the pen palette. Next, choose whether it's a command, reporter, or predicate block. For now, we'll just use commands. To make the block available everywhere, select For All Sprites. In the block editor, define the code that will be executed when the block is used. After pressing OK, the block will appear in the command palette and can be used like any other command block. You can also edit it later or export it for use in other projects by right-clicking on it. For now, our block will draw squares only with a fixed side length, in this case, 100. But what if we want to make the size adjustable? We need to add an input. Therefore, open the block editor and click on the block name to add size, S, and make S an input. Once created, this becomes a variable inside the block only. This input allows the block to accept a size parameter, shown as a white rectangle input field. Initially, the field accepts any type of input, but we can specify the input by clicking on the black triangle. Since our block only works with numbers, we should set the input type to number. You can even set a default value to make the block more user-friendly. Now let's go one step further and create a block that can draw polygons with any number of sides. We add another input, C, for the number of corners. This variable is used in a loop for the number of iterations and to calculate the angle the object must turn after each iteration. At the end, the object must complete a 360-degree turn and end up where it started. As a small challenge, pause the video and try to write a script to draw 100 polygons of different sizes and numbers of sides, randomly distributed on the stage. Next, let's start the project for your favorite places in Europe. Set the stage background to a map of Europe. We want to mark favorite places at the current mouse position with a polygon when the spacebar is pressed. Let's start with a square. Currently, the polygon is drawn with the mouse position as the starting point, but we want it to be centered in relation to the mouse position. To do this, we calculate the radius of the inner circle of the polygon and adjust the block accordingly. To do this, we first create a script variable for the radius that is only valid within this block. Then the radius is calculated. Since the current mouse position should be the center point, we move the object to a suitable starting point. Draw the polygon, and then move the object back to its original position. We want also create a new block based on the polygon block that can draw filled polygons or change their orientation. To save work, we first duplicate the draw polygon block and then add 2 more inputs. Filled, a true or false option. And orientation, set via a drop-down menu or by using the current direction of the object. Only if the orientation has not been set to current, it should be changed. Then we draw the polygon. To do this, we simply use the previously created draw polygon block and pass on the set size and number of corners. If filled is set to true, the drawn polygon should be filled. The fill command only works if the object is inside a closed drawn line, pen trail. Pause the video here, try to understand the new block and play around with it. Now let's go further. When you press the spacebar, you should be asked if the marked place is a city, a country, or something else. For each option, a different looking polygon should be created. Of course, we can also change other drawing parameters, for example, the pen color. Finally, you will be given the option of adding a label to each marked location. You can also hide the sprite so that it doesn't disturb the image. Once your personalized map is complete, you can export it as an image by right-clicking on the stage. Now it's your turn. Customize the input options and the appearance of the polygons, create a map of your favorite places, save it as an image and upload it to your course. Or share it on social media using the hashtag #SnapForEurope.